Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of the Vlogs. Today we're playing Broadfields United. So they're a team that is sort of in and out of form really. They started with a win, they're the loss, then they're the win, they're the loss. So form's a bit janky at the moment, so you don't really know what side you're going to expect today. But the exciting part today is I'm doing my first ever podcast. So we're going live about 12:15. Should be about an hour's long on Twitch. We'll be talking with me, Leo, and Brian, and our guest today's Bernat. So we're basically talking football, non-league, how we got to where we are today. Basically, like Bernat's sort of like, what's he sort of done in his career, what he wants to do, everything, all the backstory and everything, all the good stuff like that. So I'll be doing that today, which is really exciting. Something I've always really wanted to do. So it's really exciting to get that opportunity at the club. And yeah, I'm going to be heading down there very soon. I hope for a good day. Just arrived at Second Meadow now. I'm going to go start setting up everything for the podcast. I don't think anyone's here yet really, so I'm going to have to wait for them as well. The next part of the vlog is me hosting my first ever podcast. I'm going to show you a few snippets of it, and then I'm going to leave a link in the description below, and you'll be able to check out the full podcast at Biggleswade United's YouTube page. Welcome everyone to our first ever podcast. Introducing myself as the main host today, my name is Josh. And also you have all the lights show, the Champions League.
Was that 2-0?
I was going to say, is it
No, I
the
think
5-1?
we lost.
Is that the 5-1 loss?
No, we...
I was done
it before, and I was really willing to be here. So
And you do a course at the moment, don't you, as well, up in London?
yeah, I'm doing the masters. I'm in my second year. I want to do it full time last season.
So that was just a little teaser of the podcast. We're going to be doing so many more over this season. So leave a comment in the comments below if there's somebody at the club you'd like to see on a podcast joining us, and we'll do our best to be able to get them on. But let's get straight into the game and straight into the action. So we just finished doing our podcast, our first ever podcast live on Twitch. I think it went exceptionally well. It was very fun to do. I thought it lasted about an hour, so that was really good. As you can see, I showed you a few of the snippets from there, but I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can go watch the full podcast live on YouTube. And that should be up this week. It should be up now, actually, as you're watching this vlog. It was really fun to do. I think Bernat as a special guest was very good, very talkative. And I think my co-host, Leon and Ryan, did a fantastic job as well. I look forward to doing the second one, obviously improving it as well. We'll get the microphone working. And we'll start improving it and just making it more of a crisp experience for you to watch at home. So now we're just set up in the gantry. We've got the video camera working finally. We took a while getting into the gantry. It's all locked up and the key was slightly better. But now we're finally in, which is great. So we're waiting for the team to come out now. We're about half an hour from kickoff now. Teams are just warming up. Team sheets out. Yeah, we're just going to wait and see what happens in this game today. Hope it's going to be good. Christian is side this afternoon. We're hoping to get their fourth win in a row. Obviously last Saturday we beat Leighton Town 1-0 with a late 88th minute winner. So hopefully today will be a much more easier, comfortable victory. And we'll get the 3 points and keep moving up the table. Obviously the team's building a bit of momentum now. The chemistry's all there. They're gelling well on the pitch. And I think that's going to be something really good to come later this season. And hopefully we'll finish high in the table. So that's the first half. Nothing amazing happened in the first half. It was quite a quiet game. Wasn't really even end to end. It was sort of just like played out in the middle of the park, really. Biggleswade had a couple of chances, and you saw in the clips, but it was nothing on target, nothing clear cut. Broadfields United didn't really have any chances either. They were sort of pinned back in sort of their own half, really, most of the game. They had no real attack or real threat. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half if the teams come out the same way. Jaden Irish played in CDM today. He's obviously a bit more versatile on the pitch than Ethan Flanagan, who played there last week. So he's a bit more quicker on the ball and is easier to can spread the ball left and right, just to give the team a bit more of an outlet from the back. I feel like the team needs to be a bit more aggressive in the second half and just keep pushing and pushing, and I think they'll find a breakthrough eventually. It seems like one of those games where the game's going to be won in the midfield area rather than like the defence or the attack. 'Cause it feels like whoever dominates midfield will have the more possession and be able to create the more chances. Brilliant 3-1 win. It was obviously we were 2-0 up in the second half. They went back to 2-1. Bit of pressure on, and then we were lucky we win and got the third goal, and it killed the game off. So man of match today was Dom Magillo, so we're going to go speak to him, and we're also going to speak to Christian and get his thoughts on the game. Before we speak to Dom, let's check his goal out again. He takes it on his right foot, he cuts it back on his left, and he just slides in between the two defenders and at the keeper's near post to score a beautiful second goal. I'm joined here with Dom Magillo. Dom, 3-1 win. What's your take on the game?
Yeah, it was a good result. I think that's 4 in a row now.
Yeah.
So we just want to keep it rolling, to be honest. Keep the wins coming.
You seem to be improving each game now. You see your confidence building. You obviously capped it off today over goal.
Yeah. Last year I didn't really play, so it's taking me a while to get my form, but slowly coming, and hopefully it just keeps at a high level.
Do you feel like you've built sort of like a chemistry up with your teammates now, and you're able to sort of rough know each other on the pitch?
Yeah, people like they know my movements now off the ball and that, so it's just easier to get on the ball and just destroy other teams. That's the aim.
You got any sort of personal targets for the season at all?
As a team, I want us to be at least challenging for hopefully promotion. But on a personal, I want to get around 15 goals.
15.
Yeah.
Some assists as well.
Yeah, definitely a few assists. Definitely up there with the assists. Probably top assist.
Top assist.
Yeah, that's
You're
probably
confident then?
Yeah, definitely confident.
Well, you're today's man of the match,
Thank
so I'd
you
like
very
to give you this.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. I'm joined here with Christian after a 3-1 win. Christian, what's your thoughts on the game?
Well, I think I deserve 3 points, mainly for the performance and the ideas and the play from all the players, and then from the players that have been outside, they've been outstanding also. Training this week, I mean, yeah, fair enough.
You can see obviously they took confidence from the 1-0 win away last weekend. You can sort of see the confidence on the pitch today. We obviously got it 1-0 and 2-0 up. And obviously you can see just after just after the first goal or the second, well, their first goal went in for those. You can sort of see they sort of just weren't paying attention just after the fast restart. What's your take?
Yeah, well, I think that when we conceded the second, it was like the worst moment probably to concede is just after a goal that you score, and it was just right after the next action that punish you probably more, despite being only 2-1. The feelings are like the effort that we did and everything that we tried to put the second in our score. It's like, oh, it's gone now. It's really like a bubble. It's like smoke, and then. Well, they started also just to, you give wings to the opponent, no? Then they started just to send some long stuff, and it's the game that they wanted, and it's the game that probably we are more, we struggle more to defend. Then it's our fault because we allow after a goal score to concede a long ball, it was 2 bounces, bad decision in one of the shapes and one of the turns, I think. Yeah, it punished you, and then also it was like today was a good day just to keep all clean sheet and also just to keep building from where we're coming, but yeah, that happened.
You seem to be enjoying the formation. We got 4 defenders with one CDM sitting in front of the back 4 to give them protection. Is that something you want to keep building the team with, or do you feel that's something game by game you might change depending on your opponent?
It changed because today Jaden was not acting probably as a CDM because the profile of Jaden is completely different than the profile of Ethan last weekend. Then Jaden is number 4 and a holding midfielder and organizer, as could be in this position Charlie Black, as could be Gas. Then it's like the distribution on the midfielders is just to have one player to help centre backs to play, and then to have two number 10s, number 8, number 10, just to support strikers and wingers. Then I'm not into labeling who's more defensive or everything. Of course, that depending who we're playing against and also where, it could make the difference just to have one player or another, but because they are completely different and they are different profiles, but not formation is the same, but the structure is the same, but nothing. It's just probably the profile of the players that are playing in.
Don Maguila was obviously our man of the match today. Obviously his performance are getting better and better each week, and he obviously capped it off today with a goal.
Yeah, he's I could say one of the most talented players that I've coached in England in 5 years, and
Big
then
statement.
he's been more consistent, and he's building. I think he's building he's growing up because he's more confident, and he's building his confidence way just with performance like today, but also because he's been more consistent. He realized that it's not one game in, one game out. Well, the best example is the control that he missed on the first half, and he was really angry with himself. But also he sorted so quick, and then it's like his reaction was really good. Defensively, I think that he made a step forward also in the way that he pressed, in the way that he sacrificed sometimes. He's understanding everything. So happy for him, and I'm so pleased to have him in our squad.
That's just 4 back-to-back wins now, which you obviously are very chuffed about. You must be happy that the whole team were responding to obviously the Eynesbury Rovers game, and they've obviously been carrying that form each game and keep building it, and hopefully that'll see us through the process.
Yeah, but I'm thinking as usual, and I will repeat probably every interview. It's like we were not a disaster the first games when we lost against Cambridge, and then Newport, and then Ainsbury when they smashed us. But we're not the best team in the league at the moment, despite being 4 wins in a row. Then it's like we try to keep our consistency. We're gonna try to put our performance and we're going to show our display wherever we will go. We want to compete as our best. We will need to modify things because it's completely different who you are playing against, like I said before, and where. Then that makes to change our style. Our patterns and everything are the same. Then they are starting to understand if someone is pressing high, what to do and everything. But of course, it's essential to have 12 points and still keep competing in the top positions, because you cannot start to drop points at the beginning of the season, because that will mark the rest of your season. They know, then they're going sometimes. The first half was difficult for us also, and it's like against they were defending really low but really well. We were extremely flat and expecting to resolve something so quick, and they've done it. But of course, it's like I would be happy if we just keep growing and building, winning every game. And it's like I don't want to drop points at the moment. And I'm just thinking now in levels to then into the next stage for me.
Obviously, you normally look game by game you go, but are your targets for this season, do you think you can start to push towards that promotion spot, or do you feel like you're just going to take game by game and just
really.
see how it goes?
Well,
really?
It could be so hypocrite if I say that I'm only game by game. Of course that I'm just checking a mid-term plan, let's say. I'm not just checking long term. I want to be as high as possible, because I think that we've got a squad that if you just check player per player, they can compete for something bigger. But let's wait till December, because there's a bunch of games now to play, and like I said, now we just play 7 games, and then it's like if you drop points in one game or whatever, you're gonna just go from the now Ainsbury is leading the table after they win today, and then they were like 6th or 7th before to start. I mean, you know that the jumps on the table, there's everything so squeezed. We've got some games. Leighton has still I think 3 games in hand. This table in this competition cannot assure you nothing. Then I would be happy if they compete like today, if we're winning games, and then once arrive the point is like we should push forward, and then we should go for everything. We're gonna try to win every game of the season. Then if that makes that we're gonna fight for the promotion, yeah, why not?
Well, thank you for talking to us, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's the end of the vlog this week, everyone. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can check out our podcast we made. And also you can check out last week's vlog if you missed that too. But apart from that, I'll see you all very soon.